Hi everybody, welcome back to Goodnight Lighthouse. I'm Miss Dorothy and I'm here to read you another story. And I've got a book tonight with a very, very silly title. It really has me wondering what's going on because it's called The Giant Jam Sandwich. The Giant Jam Sandwich. What's jam? That's like jelly. When you have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, the jelly part is jam. And this town has a problem, and the only way to solve it is to make a giant jam sandwich. We need to find out what this problem is that can be solved with a giant jam sandwich. Are you ready to get into this book with Miss Dorothy? Good. I need you to sit up and listen up, because here we go. The Giant Jam Sandwich. Stories and pictures by Vernon Lord with verses by Janet Burroway. One hot summer in Itching Down, 4 million wasps flew into town. Ooh, that's a lot of wasps. Wasps are bees. They drove the picnickers away. They chased the farmers from their hay. They stung Lord Swell on his fat, bald pate. They divided and hummed and buzzed and ate. Oh no, they're causing so much havoc in the town. And the noisy, nasty nuisance grew till the villagers cried, "What can we do?" Look, they're trying everything. So they called a meeting in the village hall, and Mayor McDonaldnut asked them all, "What can we do?" And they said, "Good question," but nobody had a good suggestion. They were all trying to figure out what to do about all these wasps, but nobody had a good idea. Then Bap the Baker leaped to his feet and cried, "What do wasps like best to eat?" "Strawberry jam." "Now wait a minute. If we made a giant sandwich, we could trap them in it." The gentleman cheers, the ladies squealed, and Farmer Seed said, "Use my field." They're going to make a giant sandwich to trap the bees? Bap gave instructions for making of the dough. "Mix flour from above and yeast from below, salt from the seaside, water from the spout. Now thump it, bump it, bang it about." While they were working hard, some more made a tablecloth out in the yard. It's like they're setting up a giant picnic. When they were done, the dough was left to rise till the loaf was a mountain in shape and size. They hitched it up with a bit of a fuss to tractors, cars, and the village bus, and took it to the oven they had made on the hill. 50 cookers in an old brick mill. Wow! For hours and hours they let it cook. It swelled inside till the windows shook. It was piping hot when they took it out, and the villagers raised a mighty shout. "Isn't it crusty? Aren't we clever?" But the wasps were just as bad as ever. Well, they're working hard, but those wasps were still bothering them. The loaf was left to cool, and then the people watched while 6 strong men took a great big saw and sliced right through. Everyone clapped as they cut slice too. That's the biggest slice of bread I've ever seen. The village bus, they all agreed, would spoil the fields of Farmer Seed. So 8 fine horses pulled the bread to where the picnic cloth was spread. It is a giant picnic. A truck drew up and dumped out butter, and they spread it out with a flap and a flutter. Spoons and spades, slap and slam. And they did the same with the strawberry jam. Look, it looks like a whole bunch of construction workers on the piece of bread, spreading out butter with a tractor and jam with shovels. Meanwhile, high above the field, 6 flying machines whirled and wheeled, ready for the wasp to take the bait. And then there was nothing to do but wait. All right, they're getting all set up. Will it work? Suddenly the sky was humming. All 4 million wasps were coming. They smelled that jam. They divided and struck. And they ate so much that they all got stuck. The other slice of bread came down, kersplat, on top of the wasps, and that was that. There were only 3 that got away, and where they are now, I cannot say. But they never came back to the Itching Down, which is not a waspish sort of town, but a very nice place to dance and play. And that's what the villagers did that day. They're all celebrating because the wasps are gone. They took them away in the big sandwich. What became of the sandwich? Well, in Itching Down, they like to tell how the birds flew off with it in their beaks and had a feast for 100 weeks.
Wow! They really did have a problem. Did you see when all those bees flew into town? And they were everywhere and the people didn't know what to do. So they decided to build a giant bee trap. And they got the jam and they spread it on the giant bread and they put it in the field and all the bees flew on it. And then they plopped another piece on top. And then the birds came and carried it away. So they have no more bees. They do have a lot of jam and bread left over. I wonder if they're going to have a giant picnic now that they don't have any bees to worry about. This was a silly book, but they were really smart with the way they figured out how to get rid of those bees with that giant jam sandwich. It's making me a little hungry. I almost wish it was lunchtime so I could have a jam sandwich. But it's not lunchtime. It's bedtime. And it's time for all of my little bees to fly off into bed. I need you to get under your covers, get cuddled up, curled up, ready for a really good night's sleep. And tomorrow, whatever you do, wherever you're playing, whoever you're with, when mom and dad or your teacher tell you what to do, obey. And obey right away. And then come back and see Miss Dorothy. I'm going to be sitting right here, ready to read another book to you. Bye!
Thanks for reading with Miss Dorothy. I hope you enjoyed this book, and I hope you'll come back soon to read another. What's your favorite book? Drop Miss Dorothy a note and let me know. I'll go find it, and I'll read it to you. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share. I'll see you soon.